Barack Obama doesn't want to deploy the military to fight the Islamic State, something they're actually trained to do. Instead, he's ordered 3,000 troops to enter Western Africa to fight the deadly Ebola virus, which has an 80% mortality rate. It's certainly another blemish on Obama's report card, and it acts as further proof that Obama always ignores the secondary consequences of his actions. This time around, though, Obama may have volunteered America for a biological genocide. Consider this. Right now, the Ebola virus is passed by bodily fluids, but according to CNN, many of our nation's top infectious disease experts are worried that this deadly virus could mutate. Once it mutates, it could be transmitted by a cough or a simple sneeze. And if such a mutation were to occur within U.S. borders, infecting freedom-loving, free-traveling United States citizens, thousands, if not millions of Americans could be exposed and expose others before they were even symptomatic. Dr. Michael Osterholm, director of the Center for Infectious Disease Research and Policy at the University of Minnesota, told CNN, "It's the single greatest concern I've ever had in my 40-year public health career. I can't imagine anything in my career, and this includes HIV, that would be more devastating to the world than a respiratory, transmissible Ebola virus." As you can see, this already dangerous situation could quickly escalate into a full-blown massacre in our country. And yet, thousands of soldiers are following Obama down a slippery slope into Western Africa. Undoubtedly, the Ebola virus is deadly and needs to be confronted. Nearly 2,500 Africans from 5 different countries have died during this latest Ebola outbreak. But I have to wonder why we're sending billions of dollars to the United Nations World Health Organization, or WHO, especially if they aren't up for the task. Presumably, the WHO is made up of doctors and healthcare professionals who might have a better grasp of the assignment than 18 to 20-year-old Army recruits who've been training for duty in Iraq and Afghanistan. Obama's move sets us up for potentially dangerous secondary consequences, and I don't think the United States is prepared for what those may be. What happens if the infection is somehow spread to the United States? A single exposed soldier could bring the disease here. In his classic book, Economics in One Lesson, journalist Henry Hazlitt points out the single largest fallacy of government action. Hazlitt writes, "This is the persistent tendency of men to see only the immediate effects of a given policy, or its effects only on a special group, and to neglect to inquire what the long-run effects of that policy will be, not only on that special group, but on all groups. It's the fallacy of overlooking secondary consequences." That's exactly what Obama is doing right now, and he's created a lose-lose situation for everyone. The military is kept from doing its job, which is to annihilate the Islamic State's leaders and soldiers are being sent on a mission for which they're woefully unprepared. Meanwhile, as Obama turns a blind eye to the Islamic State, the group keeps killing more innocents. Only in Obama's White House would such foolishness be contemplated, much less ordered. I hope that every red-blooded American who opposes such nonsense will forward a link of this video to others who are concerned about the safety of their families in an attempt for this video to go viral in a safe way, rather than sit quietly on the cusp of what can potentially be the most deadly viral outbreak in history.